Hey y'all, I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Welcome to my channel and welcome new subbies. I appreciate you coming by and I hope you find stuff you like to watch. I found a new channel. It's called Buttons for Brains. Yeah, I mean with a title like that, it's right up my alley. In fact, I'm watching her right now. I'm sorry, hon, I don't know your first name yet, but she's doing some pockets and she's using, I believe she's using her border punch. Anyway, it's cute. I'll have to watch it when I can turn the volume up. Y'all, Tammy Vandentwerp on her channel the other day, she said, I have 3 projects in my brain. Yeah, I wished I only had 3. I'm really working towards this Shabby journal. But I got this awesome kit from Angela over at her channel, Angela Toma, Dogwood Paper Arts. I think her channel name is Angela Toma. Her Etsy shop is Dogwood Paper Arts, I think. Correct me, Angela, if I'm wrong. And I want to try my cinch. And I might use the kit that Angela sent for that. I've got so many projects, but I learned about this paper. It's called Latka. Not Latka, not Latka, which is, I think, isn't that like a Jewish meatball? A Latka? I don't know. Help me out. Anyway, this is handmade cardstock. I got it on, Amazon. And I actually have, my letter opener's in the other room. Oh, this will, well, let's see. Let's just see. Here it is. And I've got my paper underneath because I want to make a big piece of grungy paper that I can use for whatever when I'm making my Shabby journal. So I'm hoping to get it a little more grungied up today. We're having a friend, I can't really say he's company. He's more like family, but he's coming over for dinner, so I've got a ham out that I wrapped in maple syrup and cracked pepper. And I'll make some kind of a pineapple maple, I don't know, something. Well, it looks like they've glued this. That's a real shame because I would have really liked to have gotten it off easy. But look at the fibers. This is yummy. Yummy. We are starting to make some summer plans. And boy, in the past, we had a neighbor girl. We would only be gone like a weekend. And we had a neighbor girl right next door that would come over and live at our house and take care of our dogs. And she had her, I need a Band-Aid. I cut myself and I forgot. Yeah, she would come over and watch the dogs, and we would leave her pizza money and, whatever. And it worked out great. Well, in this new house, we don't know our neighbors yet, and all of our friends have the same problem. They can't find anybody to watch their dogs either. So we decided that we wanted to travel with them. And we did take a trip to California last year. And they did great. So we're trying to plan. I hate to ruin this, darn it. Why did they have to glue it? Okay, so if I was doing a review, the first thing I would say is, why did you have to glue it? This paper is not inexpensive. Okay, I'm getting it. Ta-ta-ta. So I wanted to show you this paper, and then I don't see a seam anywhere. And then we're going to do a collage. I've got to use up these scraps. Oh, wow. This feels like handmade paper. So the company is Kathmandu, made in Nepal. And here is, can you see that? Hold on, I can't see what you're seeing. There we go. On Amazon. Oh, my coffee. My kingdom for my coffee. Hold on. Oh, I just put my finger right in it. Oh, well. Mwah. Okay. So I may use that for some collaging. This looks like maybe, oh, this was the band that was on this. Yeah, this feels like handmade paper. It was 50 sheets, and, you know, y'all, I want to say it was $20 or something, more than I normally would have wanted to spend. This feels like, I don't know how to describe it. I got the deckled edge. I think you can get a hard edge. But I think I want to use this in my journal. Okay, so now we've seen that. Moving right along. Oh, it's dusty. My room is better. I don't get the sniffles quite as bad. Still haven't filled up my vaporizer. I should have done that before I started. Darn it. Oh well. It'll be fine. What do I want to use for backing? Let's try this envelope to begin with. It's right here, after all. And we're going to use some Victorian velvet and some, I just love wild honey. If you're trying to make something look old, I love it. And some antique linen. Maybe. We're going to collage first. Where's my water? I still haven't done, oh, I'm going to have to get up. I still haven't done this underneath part of my L, part of my, the L part of my desk. The shelves are adjustable and I just can't commit. I'm not sure. Okay. And during all the sales, I picked up a distress brush. It really seems like, what? But I did. Let's see, I'm going to use actual Mod Podge because it's sitting right here. Let's put this in here. My husband's talking to our friend. We have a wedding this summer at a beautiful venue. California, and we're all trying to decide logistics like dinners and pets and Ubers, you know, all that jazz. And coordinate. Right, today we were talking about dinner for 30. How's that going to work? And I offered to do it, but I think my daughter's thinking there's too much going on. And she'd rather just have somebody come do that so we could all just enjoy each other's company. It is a lot of work. I've catered a few weddings and it's a lot of work. A lot of room for failure. It's one thing when it's family, but when it's people you don't know, you know. So many taste buds to please. My mother used to tell me never volunteer to make breakfast for everybody. Breakfast is the meal that people are most likely to be opinionated. They just woke up. By the time they get there and get sat down there, they could be cranky. I don't do cranky very well. Can you see I feel like I'm right at my tummy? Yeah, and we're having to take COVID into consideration because it's going to be a big gathering. It is going to be outside, and you know, we're taking all of the necessary precautions. I'm going to have to get some, believe it or not, I'm going to have to get some scraps over here. That's not nearly enough for some silly reason. Oh yeah, here we go. Why were we even messing around with that little dinky pile when we have this? Look. Hello. Yeah. We're not putting lace on yet. Why does this have fabric in there? Oh, I gotta turn my phone off. Oh, I need to take a breath. It's been a busy, busy morning already. Okay, let's do some of this and this. This. Maybe a little bit of that. No, no, no. Ooh, but this is good. I want to keep it really, really neutral. If I can. I spent a lot of time in California as a child, and I always feel like I'm going home, even though I was raised in Idaho. And I love the mountains, and I love Idaho. When I get done with this, my plan is I'm going to do Shannon's 6-week of Inspired Art Weekly Challenge. Oh, and I subbed to the House of Mahalo. I may have talked about that already. That's a great channel. Go check her out. Tammy was, she actually won Tammy's steampunk book from the channel challenge. Oh, have you all seen that Angela got her book? I mean her kit? Yeah, she's got some great ideas already. I'm excited. Go, girl, go. I will probably gesso some of this, so if something pops up, it'll be fine. I'll probably sand a little bit. And where did I get this? Sure is yummy. I think this was a big sheet that I had that I picked up somewhere. And this is the trim off the edges, I think. Nice, little translucent. Not a tea bag. No, no, no. Gosh, I just got glue on my face, scratching my face. Oh, I hope everybody's okay. I know the junk journal community got some bad news yesterday, which is very, very sad. The gal that runs the channel, paper, hold on, let me see. Let's acknowledge her this morning. Hold on, I'm looking it up on my phone. The Papered Soul. No, I'm sorry. It's important that I get this right because I'm going to give you some bad news. Yeah, The Papered Soul. Apparently, she suffered a tragic home accident. I don't know what the details are, and passed away. I saw that Andrea posted it on my Facebook, and there were other junk journal Facebook sites and things that were mourning. Very sad. Very sad. She's not very old. Relatively young, speaking, you know, I mean, younger than me for sure. Very sad. And I did watch one of her videos last night, and it was really touching to see people express themselves and say goodbye to her, and try to give her a good send-off. Very sad. It could happen to any of us. And, you know, we're not, there is no guarantees. As you get older, you certainly recognize that, right? You see people, you lose people in your life that suddenly they've got so much life ahead of them, and then they're gone. Ooh, oh no. Some of these papers are beautiful, but they're not, I can't use them for this because they're thick. They're like cardstock. And I know I'm using a mix of straight edges and random torn pieces. I usually end up doing that, even though I start off wanting or saying that I'm going to do this one way, then I do it another way. It's just, you just got to go with it. But I did decide I wasn't going to distress it because I'm probably going to distress the whole page. So. And the last envelope I did, even though I really ended up liking it, it was too dark. So we don't want that. Some vellum. Should we put vellum on there? No. So, yeah, that's, if you haven't heard, I hate to be the bearer of sad news, but you'll hear about it. No green. No, 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 no. How about this? Yeah, so I'm excited to go to California. I love it there. There's a feeling in California. It's if you've never been to California, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, I'm hearing voices. I think oh, hold on. I've got the volume almost down and I'm accidentally got a video playing. There we go. That's better. This Edith Holden paper is a little thick, but we're going to do it anyway. Because we can. And I'm going to let the white show because I'm going to distress this after something. Yeah, there's so much talent out there. That was one thing, you know, I saw a video, one of the videos I watched last night was actually this morning. This morning? Yeah, I think it was this morning. I watched Sherry Jones, and she was doing, her and Martha are hosting hashtag Faith Sunday, or Sunday Faith Share, or something like that. And she told a beautiful story about how, well, you'll have to go look at it. It's a great story about how she felt like she was inspired. And I think the idea of what they're doing is admirable. It's great. There's a lot of YouTubers that have designed their channel around their faith. These guys aren't doing that. They're just sharing a happy, cheerful, uplifting story on Sunday. As I understand it, that's the goal of the challenge, is just to share a wonderful story. Just something uplifting to kind of lighten the whole mood and bring a little bit of positivity to the world. I say go for it. Great. That's awesome. No matter what you believe, you know, or who you believe, or what you don't believe, or whatever. I do believe myself that what we do matters. I don't believe that we have no purpose. And I was reading, one of the ladies, can't remember her name now. Her name always escapes me because it's hard to pronounce. Anyway, she's a Buddhist monk, and I was reading one of her books, and it's got a lot of quotes, Buddhist quotes, and Buddha said, everything in life is about the relationship. And as I let that thought settle in, I thought, you know, I can absolutely get on board with that, because no man is an island. Everything we do matters in a sequence of events. I believe that. I believe that. I've always believed that people cross your path for a reason, that we have something to share or learn or both. And, oh, look. Like this woman, I wished I could remember her name. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. That passed from the Papered Soul. Look how many people she's touched in her life with paper. Oh, I'm liking that, y'all. It's very muted, very neutral. I kind of wished I hadn't put that there. But it's okay. I can push it to the background. Gosh, I love that. Yeah, that's nice. Wonder if there's any chance that I could dry it really quick so I could do the back. But I've had many, close your ears and listen to my wisdom. Just kidding. I've had many experiences in my life, as I'm sure you all have too, where I just look up and say, I needed that, or thanks for the reminder. And when you look up, or when you feel inspired or prompted, I believe, in my experience so far in my life, that you can be inspired, prompted, blessed, guided, cautioned, by whatever it is that you choose to call it. It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. If you feel like you have a divine energy in your life that guides you and protects you, I don't really care what you call it. If you feel like you have a purpose, if you feel like the wind gives you the energy, the sunlight gives you, sparks life for you, I absolutely am on board with that. I do believe that we all have value. And there have been many, many times in my life when what I'm doing is validated by something I really am not completely able to explain. And, ooh, look at that. Oh, that's going to be pretty. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm on board with sharing stories. I do have a story to share. When I don't think I've shared this story on my channel. Maybe I have. I've shared it a lot because it was very meaningful to me. When I had my business in town, it was a mental health clinic, about probably medium size. And we had a substance abuse treatment component, and we treated the entire population of our community, be it children, women, couples, families, addiction, everything. We also had a sober living home for men who were in recovery that my husband and I ran, and we housed 6 men. And I provided psychotherapy, and I had a couple other therapists there as well. And we did case management and all those kinds of things. So when you bill Medicaid and Medicare and those kinds of things, there's a lot of hoops, lots of hoops. And every year they come out with new rules, and you're supposed to learn those, and then they come out and they do a credentialing visit to see if you are worthy of getting your keeping your number. You know, if you're following all the rules and you've learned the guidelines and everything. And so every year, used to be like every 3 or 4 years, but there for a while it was like every year, because one year it'd be Medicaid, next year it'd be Medicare, whatever. Anyway, long story short is, we had been working for a very long time, going through the rules and making sure we were doing everything right and conducting our own internal audit and changing policies, and it's very stressful. You take your work home with you, and there's a lot of changes going on. It's not just your policies, it's the building. You know, you have to, they come and inspect everything. So, you have to be ADA compliant with all those new rules and all that kind of stuff. So, it's a long, it's a process that it's stressful. So, there was a day when we were going through our credentialing audit, and they were very complimentary and told us how impressed they were with what we were doing and all this kind of stuff. And it's usually like a 3-day event. Really, it's enough to make you lose about 10 pounds. And because they literally go through every piece of paper. They go through everything. They check the temperature on your hot water heater. I mean, there's no stone left unturned. Lots of room for mistakes. And, you know, it's crazy if you expect to get 100%. But I always wanted 100%. But I usually got like a 97. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I kind of do. Anyway, I was feeling pretty froggy. I was feeling very grateful, very happy. I was very proud of our staff and everything we'd done. I was just really, really excited inside. And I got in my car to run some errands for the office, and I decided I was going to stop into McDonald's and get an iced tea because I'm hooked. And so I pulled into the drive-thru, and I'm sitting there in line, and there's a car or two in front of me, and a little voice said, "Oh, you're feeling pretty grateful, huh? How grateful are you?" And that's the voice I really heard. And I thought, And I saw a car in my rearview mirror with older, like 1980s Bronco or something, with a couple kids in the back, a couple children, one in a car seat, and a girl driving, young mom, two kids and what looked to be maybe a single mom. I know that's prejudging, but I'm guessing. So when I got up to, when I got up to the window to order, I said, "And I'd like to pay for whatever the car behind me ordered." And she cocked her head. She said, "What?" I said, "Whatever that gal behind me in that red car has ordered, I'd like to pay for that." And I had some cash in my pocket, which I normally don't. But I had like 2 20s and some 1s, and I thought, surely it's probably about, 18 bucks or something. Surely I have plenty. And she said, "You want to pay for what she ordered?" And I said, "Yeah, whatever she ordered, I'll pay for it." And she said, "Okay, that'll be $1.25. I said, "What?" "No, I want to pay for the whole meal." And she said, "Yeah, she ordered a glass of, 2 waters and a glass of ice, I think it was." And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, I was so disappointed. Here I am, I'm feeling flush with cash. I want to spread some joy to somebody, and I'm paying, I can't even remember now what it was. It was like $1.25 or something like that. I said, "Can we add something?" And she goes, "No, I can't do that." All right, so I gave her my $1.25 or whatever it was, and I was really disappointed. And as I drove off, I heard this voice in my head say, "Carol, it's never about the money. It's not about the money." And boy, that hit me like a brick. I thought, oh, yeah, I really did miss the whole point, didn't I? It was an eye-opener for me. That was one of those aha moments. I just thought, I missed the whole point. I was working with my ego instead of my heart. I've always remembered that. It really meant a lot to me. I'm going to go ahead and use this even though it's got some color to it. I think it'll get muted down. So that's my contribution, such as it is, to the hashtag Faith Sunday. Love that. Love it. I don't want to get too much on here. I think what I may do is do this and then take a little break because I noticed that my daughter just tried to call. So she must have something to say. So I'll probably take a break and call her back and maybe even get some breakfast. I think I want a pancake. Okay, I know I have something in here besides these square pieces. Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty. My tummy's growling. I think I'm hungry. I hit the ground running usually. Most mornings I just get up and go. Well, that's not totally true. Who am I trying to kid? I sit in bed on YouTube for 30 minutes first. I gotta catch up. Get that endorphin rush. Answer comments and stuff. It's amazing how many people love that Tim Holtz paper pack that has all the ledgers and stuff in it. I'm looking, I don't know if I'm still watching the same gal, Buttons for Brains, but she's using that Tim Holtz pack. It's awesome. Yeah, you all have to go over and check out. There's a lot going on. People are really doing some neat stuff. Tammy over at Tammy Van Antwerp, she is doing Tarot Tuesday. I mean, even if you're not into tarot, the book, she's taking an online class and she's got this cool book. I just love it. It's great. Great. So that's cool. There's a lot of people doing some neat stuff. Shannon's doing her weekly, I'm sorry, Shannon, that name doesn't roll off my tongue like it needs to. Inspired weekly art challenge. That's a really cool one because what she's doing is getting inspired by others and then bringing it to her channel and putting her spin on it. And you can either go do that yourself, like, you know, go find a project on YouTube or something you've learned or whatever, something that inspired you, and then do it. Or you can do what she's doing. She's been doing some cool things, so that's what I'm going to do. That's another kit. That's the third project that I've got in my brain is her kit. If you haven't been to Shannon's Etsy, you're really missing out because those kits that she sells are fabulous. I can't remember how many I've ordered, maybe 4? I always say I'm going to get the subscription for 3 months, but I haven't done that yet. Sometimes I already have this stuff because I've been on a buying spree. But I've done the math, and you can't buy the stuff that's in her kit, you can't buy it for less. So, and her kits sell out fast, really fast. Normally, like within 24 hours, they're gone. Especially if one of the big YouTubers talks about them, like Gail Augustinelli or somebody. Oh, shoot. That thick paper has a hard time. Okay. I know in this book I want a lot of individual paper pads, and I like that. I like that it's kind of all music and then collage. That's kind of cool. That wasn't intentional. Now I can go back if I want to, and I can put lace, or I can do, once the glue dries and everything, if I want to do some, I really don't want to say grungy. I want to say distressing. I can do that. But I want to wait till it's completely dry. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to take a break, and I think I'm going to go cook myself a pancake and fill my coffee up and heat it up because it's ice cold, which is okay, but I think I want some hot coffee. It's like 11 o'clock, 10 after 11, I think, here in Idaho. And I'll come back and touch stuff up. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, and I think I'll prop it up on something here. It feels dry on the bottom, but you just never know, right? Couldn't wait. Okay. All right, I'll see you guys in a little while. I'm going to take a little break, and then I will be back. Let's all take care of each other. Happy Sunday, y'all. Bye.